Hi all, this is Jeannie, and I'm coming today because I want to talk a little bit about iPlanner Love and maybe a little bit of expansion that's going on. First, I still an absolute love with my iPlanner. It is the best thing I have ever invested my money in. It's easy to use, it's straightforward, and it really is a true planner. Okay, very, very true planner. However, Sandy Cruz, the originator of the iPlanner and the iJournal, has introduced a new product over the past maybe year, and it's called the Keylife album. So I have another love affair going on with my Keylife album, which means that I am totally loving my digital life. I've had a lot of questions about Keylife. What is it? Can it be used if you don't have an iPlanner? Absolutely. Keylife is a photo album or a journal album or a life album or a cookbook album. It is an album of whatever you have photographs of. How does it work? It operates a lot like pocket memory keeping. In other words, there's slots, and I'll show you some pages shortly, that you, and I say slots with, in quotes, that you place your photos in. There's also some accessories that you can get for this album that make it very, very versatile and something you can make personally your own without any problems at all. Does it work with all of the iDesign products? The answer is resoundingly yes. In the store at digitallyspeaking.net, there's a whole line of patterns or papers, stickers, and images that you can fill using Keynote. Best part is, Keynote's a free app that comes automatically on your iPad. Well, maybe it doesn't come, but you can get it to download to your iPad. So Keylife is actually a presentation software. In other words, you can use it for slides, but it is a whole lot more. There are many videos out there that are talking about the iDesign images and about how to make them your own and how to change the backgrounds and change this, that, and the other thing, and even to kind of morph them to make them a little bit different. I'm not going into that. I'm going to just simply introduce the Keylife album, and that's what I'm doing now. How do you find it? You go to the digitallyspeaking.net website, what you see in front of you, and if you tap what's currently red, it says iStore, a menu will pop down. And if you go down the page, you see the word Keylife. You tap on that and you get to this page with all of the elements that are listed under Keylife. The first element, which is to my left, is the striped cover of the album itself. This album operates, I use it in Goodnotes 5, but I do believe you can use it in any of your note-taking apps. NoteShelf is one, just comes to the top of my head. I am not familiar with them. I do have them, but I use Goodnotes. It is my favorite by far. Simple and straightforward. I'm going to talk more about the album very shortly. The next thing that you see is the Keylife Clear Pockets. These pockets work just like pockets in a pocket keeping album. You don't have to use them, but you can put little cards, you can do whatever, maybe add a photograph of a ticket, whatever. You can put it in these little pockets. And they look just like the plastic pages that you would put into any kind of a pocket memory keeping album. The next iDesign Keylife shape are pocket shapes. And they're journaling, they're a few little accessories of, just a few little things you can use just to embellish your page. These, because they are part of the iDesign system, now a system means there's a lot of stuff, you can make them your own in Keynote. And so let me zoom in, let's say the purple rickrack. I could take that into Keynote and I could actually add any image I wanted to it. I could have it look like red ribbon. I could have it look like cable knit. I could do whatever I wanted to, and it becomes my own. I can also add a shadow in Keynote. And any of the square shapes, you can actually add a picture frame. And last but not least, I'm just going to simply scroll over to the pocket cards. These are amazing. This is kind of the heart of this album, and they're a lot like the memory cards that you can find in different places, but you make your own. You can use your own background, you can add your own text. It's different styles. The lighter, for example, on the purple, again, I'm going to zoom in. The purple is a 3x3 card, and it is a darker shade is the square cornered, and the lighter shade is the rounded corners. And these are made to fit inside of all of the different slots in the Keylife album. Again, I will show you those pages, and I will show you what actually comes in the album shortly. So if I were going to get the Keylife album, I would simply tap on it, and I would be able to purchase it and download it to my computer, to my iPad, and I'd be good to go for memory keeping. There are videos on how to download, although it may not be this problem, and I most likely will cover that in a future video. Let's move into the album. I've opened up my Keynote app on my iPad, and I wanted to show you one of the things that is an actual part of the package for the Keylife album, and that's these album shapes. The blue shape is a template that allows you to create the tabbed pages, like divider pages. You could also put in a whole page just of some particular paper, whatever. But you can see the spiral shapes cut out on the side. You have two nameplate holders, and those are customizable. You could use a glitter paper, you could use a metallic paper, you could use anything you want. You also have the purple cover. Now the cover looks exactly like a closed book, and I'll show you mine just very, very shortly. Inside, you don't have to make your cover from the beginning, but inside of the package, you are also given several pre-created covers. The last thing are the index tabs off to the side. These are multicolored. You don't keep these colors unless you absolutely want to. What you do is you customize them. In Keynote, you can simply tap on this, whatever you want to customize. You can go to the paintbrush over here on the side. Let me see. There we go. Double tap on it. And you go paintbrush and image and replace, and go to your photo roll, and you can select any paper that you want. However, we're not going to do that right now because there's other videos that show you exactly how to do that. What I'd like to do is show you just one or two of what I have customized and tell you why I did it this way. I have my divider tab page, and I did these in, I think this is called Liquid Color, which I love that set. It's my favorite. I go to it for everything. And there's 12. I did 12 different colors for papers. The reason I did 12, and I'm going to show you my tabs, is that I have created tabs that go with every single one of those divider pages in the exact same color. And all I did was put numbers on them. I didn't do anything else because I can figure out the first month of the year is January. So I do an annual album, and my dividers are simply every month. I personally am doing that because I am trying to get caught up bringing in all of my pages that I've done over the years that are just kind of thrown into files on my computer, because I have 4 children and I want to create 4 albums to share them. You can actually export your albums as PDFs. Nothing will change. And then you can actually distribute them to the people that you would like to. Now, I know there is a certain reason we print photo albums, but I can tell you that for me to print 4 of these, and now with my 4 grandchildren to print additional 4, the cost is insurmountable. It's just an easier way for me to do it. And we all can project to our televisions. We all have computers. There's no reason why we can't. But what's really cool is when you get to the album and you look at it and you see why digital can be amazing. Let's go there. Okay, I have my Goodnotes 5 open. I have my 2020 album right in front of us. I have customized the cover using the template that came with my Keylife album. I have customized the faceplate that came with the Keylife album. I told you, I think, that I do mine by years. I love a lot of the patterns that Sandy has available, and especially some that she's released this year. They just are perfect. So here we have my album, and I simply push my album to the left, and I can go to the next page. These are the album covers that come with this particular album. There's the next one, the next one, the next one. And you can customize those faceplates, and the last one. And now we get to the templates. And as you can see your spread here, you have 2 pages that are exactly the same, okay? That allows you a lot of flexibility, however. This particular page is one that I use a lot for my more traditional scrapbooking pages, and as well as my Project Life pages, because Project Life creates, in the end, especially if you use the app, one flat page, and that just slides into this perfectly. And in fact, I might show you a couple at the end that I have actually placed in these albums to this day. Another set, another set, another set. Now I'm going to go to thumbnails just to be a little quicker, and I want to show you that up to number, let me see, 51, those are all templates that you have, that you can create photo spreads in this particular album. So there's basically 51 templates in here. And I'm going to select my January divider, and here you can see that it's yellow. I put one of the additional calendars from the iDesign shop in here. I edged it with a a line edge from Keynote, and I just placed it on here and thought, great, this is it. My number 1 is on the yellow tab, and I could scroll to the next page, and there we have it. Now I'm going to show you that if I turn off my pencil, I can actually open up 2, and I haven't put anything in February yet. Bad me. March, I have some pictures. April, I have some pictures. And here we have COVID. These are the first part of my COVID week album. And yes, I'm remembering it because this is something that will go down in history, maybe, if they let it. Not that it's great, but that it is. And these were done in using the templates that I showed you, the pocket card templates, and I simply created them and placed them in the particular spots. I have some embellishments that I've created, and you can actually using the text feature right on top of your photographs. I love these pages. They're kind of different, but I love them. Let me show you just a few of the other pages that I have added to my Keylife albums, just so that you can have an idea of how versatile these are. On the right-hand side, you'll see a spread that I made. It's more traditional. Our cat turned 19 this year, and she was my husband's baby, or is. She's still with us, and she's ornerier than ever. But this is just simply a traditional scrapbooking page that I used the 12 by 12 paper, threw in some confetti, threw in some candles, put a tag on it, and some embellishments. And it's beautiful, and I can hand this off to somebody else. How about another one? And here is my July divider, and I realized that I kind of like adding poetry for the month to the divider page. So I just simply matched my divider to my number 7 tab, and I found an Emily Dickinson poem on July and just one little embellishment, and there you have it. So I think I mentioned to you that I'm in the process now of just trying to put all of my old pages together in albums, and these 2 pages I've had hanging out in my hard drive for quite a while. They were done in Project Life app, and I love putting them in an album because I can actually sit and just look at them and just know that these are mine, and I can share them with my friends if I want to. I can share them with my family. I hope that in showing you my albums and in kind of giving you an introduction to the Keylife system of memory keeping, that you have found a way that will help you expand your digital content into something that is very organized and actually can be handed down, like I said earlier, to those people that you want to share these memories with. I know that if you were to start using the Keylife album, you too would start saying that you just absolutely love this digital life. Until next time.